You are listening to email.com.
نستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما آتاكم الرسول فخذوه وما نهاكم عنه فانتهوا صدق الله العظيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Respected brothers, respected elders, mothers and sisters listening at home. Just to continue from where we had left off in the last session, the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam were special individuals, dynamic people, and they had the deepest love for Allah and His Messenger. They knew too well what Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had said, Al-mar'u ma'a man ahabbah, that you will be with those whom you love on the day of Qiyamah. That was a clear message from Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If your hearts are attached with dunya, then you will be with the worst people on the day of Qiyamah. In this dunya, if your hearts are attached with Allah and His Messenger and pious people, masajid, on the day of Qiyamah you will be with the muttaqeen, the abideen, the salihin. The choice is yours. In the last session we even covered one very important discipline that was given to Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala an. When Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to him, Ya Umar, your iman is incomplete until I am more beloved to you than anything and everything in this dunya, including yourself. Including yourself. Straight away Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala an looked at Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and said, Ya Rasulullah, I love you even more than my own self. To that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam responded, Al-ana ya Umar, now O Umar, now O Umar. When we study the lives of the companions, Allahu Akbar, they were very mukhlis, very sincere. If they were to befriend someone, there was no ulterior motive. It wasn't that person, mashallah, he works in the council, so let me get close to him. Or that person has got a lot of money, many shops, let me get close to him. No ulterior motive. It was purely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Their love, their relationship, their attachment with anyone was based upon hubbullah, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the most beautiful example that comes to mind is the relationship between Siddiq Akbar and Umar Farooq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. The two most senior companions of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Such was their love for Rasulullah, and they were so close to Huzur alayhi salatu was salam, that on one occasion he said to the people that Abu Bakr Siddiq is my right eye and Umar is my left eye. And he said to the people that Abu Bakr Siddiq is my right ear and Umar Farooq is my left ear. This was the closeness, the bonding they had to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. A man by the name Aqra' bin Habib and Uyayna bin Hassan, two individuals, during the time of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah's Nabi would give them some extra privilege, some gifts, and at times money was even given to these two individuals. They were leaders of their tribe, great following behind them. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gave them wealth, gave them honor, thinking that one day if they become sincere Muslims, then everyone will follow them from the tribe and they will also become Muslims. And this was something that was practiced in the early stages of Islam. The Quran speaks of that as mu'allafatul qulub. This was jaiz. Now Aqra' bin Habis and Uyayna bin Hassan, these were two individuals, mischief makers. At times they would want to become mushriks, and at times they would want to become Muslims. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, in order to take control of the fitna that could come out from these two individuals, would sometimes say, right, they love dunya, they love money, they love wealth, give it to them. Now during the Khilafat of Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala an, Madinatul Munawwara was the capital, the Darul Khilafah, the point of hijrat of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. These two individuals would come frequently to Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq and ask him and demand a lot of things. One day, both of them came together and said to Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq that we have seen a portion of land outside Madinatul Munawwara, which is a barren land, and none of the companions have occupied that portion of land. It's wasteland. So why don't you give it to us? Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala and thought carefully, and he found no problem with that, thinking that Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam at times would give them things, and if they are asking for a portion of land from me which is of no use at this minute, it's not taken by anyone. So he consulted some of the senior members of the Shura, and everyone agreed, and they said, Naam, no problem. Amirul Mu'mineen, if this is what you think, you want to give them that portion of the land, go ahead. We have no problem with that. Now in that gathering, Hazrat Umar Farooq was not there. Hazrat Umar Farooq was not there. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala an's habit was to write down everything. And his property was given, anything, any land was given, it was written, well documented. What we know today as property deeds. Property deeds. So in order to give the full authority, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala an would write everything, their names down, that this portion of land has been given to these two individuals. When it came for someone to be a witness, it was the habit of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq that he would always put Hazrat Umar Farooq in the front as a senior witness. So he wrote the name of Hazrat Umar Farooq, but Hazrat Umar Farooq was not there. So he looked around, he says, Umar is not here. He said to Uyayna and Aqra' bin Habis that, look, go and find Hazrat Umar and tell him that Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala an has said that you have to sign this document. Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala an was in his own farm. He was applying tar on his camels. This is what the Arabs would do. Qatran, a tar, to prevent fleas and other diseases. This is what the Arabs would do. And this was the character of Sayyidina Umar Farooq. What a great man. Usually you'd want the slaves and the servants to do something like this. Here a man like Hazrat Umar Farooq is doing it himself. Now when he saw Aqra' and Uyayna coming, he wasn't too happy. He knew these two are freebies. Subhanallah. And they came to Hazrat Umar Farooq. Very politely they greeted him and said, Ya Umar, we've come to you from Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala. All we want you to do is sign here. Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala and looked at them and said, don't you see what I'm doing? Don't you know what I'm doing? You can either wait until I finish, or you read to me the contents of the letter, the document. घबरा गए सारे. Hazrat Umar की चीख and